There we go. I think everything's good. Let me just get these volume settings where I want them. Lower the game volume a little bit. Like that. Yeah, that's about good. So yeah. New randomizer. Well, not new. It's been out for a while. It's just new for me. Let me get my windows set up the way I want here. Double check that everything's showing up right. Just see if that's updating. Yep, that's updating. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Ocarina of Time, randomized. This is very similar to the randomizer for Link to the Past and such, just with the Ocarina of Time instead. Basically, all the item locations, or all the items are shuffled around various locations. So anywhere that there's a chest normally, or somewhere where you can pick up an item, it can be any item within certain logic rules. Not gonna do anything fancy for the name. Okay, and as you can see, we start with the shadow medallion. So I'm gonna mark that on the tracker here. And yeah, that's good. Just making sure it was updating. You may see my mouse cursor pop in occasionally because I'm going back and forth from the tracker to the, Wow, we're actually started with green Link. So one of the things you can randomize in this is actually Link's tunic colors, and I have it set to completely random, and I ended up with green as the default color, so that's the first time that's happened. Navi is also random color. Apparently she's green as well this time. Oh, I also am running a high-res texture pack, which you may have noticed. The texture pack is makes this game look a lot better. And it's fully compatible with the randomizer, so yeah, totally doing that. Anyways, first place to check for the randomizer is in here, Mido's house. There's 4 chests. Should see some, might see some craziness here. Okay, well that's fairly normal. Heart piece, okay. Another heart piece. And a bottle. Okay. So our first bottle. I do not have the Kokiri sword or anything like that set to, well, not anything like that, but the Kokiri sword I do not have set to randomize, just so that you can actually play the game without doing anything too extreme early on. There is an option to shuffle the Kokiri sword, though, where this chest here would be randomized as well, but I'm not doing that, so this is just going to be the first sword of the game. Link to the Past I find pretty fun with swordless, but this game I tried it the first time I randomized it, doing without the Kokiri sword, and it was just frustrating. Like, yeah, I didn't enjoy it. You have to use like Deku sticks and stuff until you become an adult. So yeah, it was not my thing. I prefer it to be fun, not frustrating. As for options I have turned on as the randomizer, requirements for getting into Ganon's castle are all medallions. We started with one for free, so the reason you get one for free is because in Ocarina of Time, when you become an adult, you get the light medallion for free. There's no temple for it. Is the game audio a little loud? Let me double check OBS here. No, my voice should be coming over the game. I'm actually gonna just do that. Just a tiny adjustment. There we go. Anyways, so yeah, you get one thing for free, but it isn't always a medallion in the randomizer. It can be one of the spiritual stones as well. We kind of lucked out and got a medallion, so that means one less dungeon is required. However, we don't know the location of the other 5 medallions. Is it 5 or 6? 6. Yeah, so the other 5 medallions we still need to locate. I still need a little bit more rupees for the shield. Not getting much rupee drops here. Otherwise, settings that I'm running on the randomizer. Need all 6 medallions to open Ganon's castle. Kokiri Forest is open, so I can leave without beating the Great Deku Tree. We will probably be doing that shortly. Just want to get basic gear here. I can probably get another 5 rupees if I jump across this the other direction, right? No? Okay. I need literally like 2 rupees. So shop items I do not have shuffled. That's another setting you can enable. I have mixed feelings on the shop shuffle. I've done a seed with it, and I've done a bunch without it. Seems interesting. A little grindy, maybe, and I'm not really feeling the grind, at least on stream. So, yeah, we're gonna play without that for the stream, at least. This is also probably a good time to mention as I'm dicking around in Kokiri Forest. I am not a speedrunner. It's very well spelled out in my description, but just figured it's worth clarifying. You notice I don't have a timer up. Playing this very casually, so don't expect anything crazy. Alright, so we got the Kokiri Sword, we got the Kokiri Shield. Alright, and let me check off real quick on the tracker. We've been to Mido's house. Got the Kokiri Sword chest. Alright, so the only other thing, we can get the gift from Saria here. And then, actually, since we have this bottle, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Poe. Delicious. And we're gonna, as soon as possible, we're gonna fill this with some bugs, so we can start getting Skulltulas from the patches of dirt. I think I'm just gonna head out into Hyrule Field for now, though, and start getting more items. First stop is gonna be Kakariko. Much like the Link to the Past randomizer, Kakariko Village is loaded, usually. Deku sticks are nice. Oops. Just go ahead and put those on a button there. So, yeah, even though I'm not a speedrunner, I do prefer to travel a little bit faster across the field as a child. So we're going to do some of this action here. Oh, no we're not, because my controller's acting up. I can't seem to get it to... Let me try that one more time. Why is it... There it goes. So yeah, fastest way of getting around, and since you don't have Epona as a child, you're going to see a little bit of that. I could do it across the whole field, but I think for now let's enjoy the texture pack. What else can we talk about? Options that I haven't talked about. The Kakariko Gate I have set to closed, which means I still need Zelda's letter to get through that, at least from this direction. Could still get through it from the backside if you end up going on the Death Mountain somehow. What else? Let's see. Door of Time is closed. Door of Time will require an Ocarina and the Song of Time to get through, but it will not require the medallions. Let's see, what else? Currently I have the setting for the... I need this Kuko, actually. There is an option to speed up the sequence for rescuing the Carpenters in Gerudo Fortress. I do not have that turned on currently. I don't mind. I kind of enjoy just playing the game as it was intended, so speeding that up is nice, but there's some challenge in Gerudo's Fortress, and there's other items to be had there, so I leave it as normal. Bomb chews are in logic, which just means that if I get bomb chews, I know that locations that require bombs to open are could be locations that are required by the logic of the game. That's not anything worth really going into, but what's important there is just to know that if I get bomb shoes early, you'll probably see me using them to unlock locations fairly frequently. Eye of Truth is required in order for the logic to consider Eye of Truth locations in logic. That I have set up that way just because I'm not amazing at the game and I don't know all the Eye of Truth locations. I do for most of the base game, but we'll talk about what I'm getting at there in a second. Oops. I don't mean to jump off that. Tunic requirements I have set to fewer, which just means that the logic may ask me to enter the Fire Temple without the Goron tunic, because you can actually enter most of the rooms in there. Well, not most, but like some of the entrance rooms and get a couple chests without the Goron tunic. So that's... And then same thing with like some of the underwater locations with the iron boots. You might need to get to them without the breathing tunic, but it's nothing that you'd die getting to. Let's see what this chest has for us. Bolero of Fire. Oh, and there's another setting worth talking about. I have songs shuffled in with the items. So even though we don't have an Ocarina, we know how to play the Bolero of Fire. Alright. Other settings. Scrub Shuffle is turned off. Scrub Shuffle just basically would include the Deku Scrubs, all of them across the game, not just the ones that sell you upgrades or heart pieces. All of the scrubs would then be shuffled with random items. I have that turned off because that sounds like insanity. Haven't tried that yet. Gerudo card, come on, chicken, is shuffled in with all the other items, so in order to get access to Gerudo's training ground, I need to find the card. Shop sanity is turned off. We talked about that earlier. That's just the randomizing of shops. And you could potentially like find the hook shot in a shop or something like that. Skulltulas, I have it set to require a max. There can be items in all 5 Skulltula drops. So normally in the game you get an item for 10 Skulltulas, 20, 30, 40, 50. Those items are all included in the randomization logic, so potentially I could have to collect 50 Skulltulas to get something that's required to progress. That was one of those settings that... Oh, grab the chicken, please. Oh my god. Fuck. I'm really bad at games when I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. Anyways, Skulltulas. The Skulltula shuffle, or not shuffle, sorry, the Skulltula requirement is one of those things I was thinking about turning down, but I played a few seeds just with it on, and it never seemed too awful. 50 Skulltulas is not all the Skulltulas in the game. There's 100 actually in the game, so you only need to get half of them. And you get that pretty much just by doing dungeons. It's not too awful. Don't fall. Okay, good. I want to make sure he got off the... Okay, so this is another location. Looks like a heart piece, but is actually a bottle with Rudo's letter. So that's an important item. That gives us... Once we get bombs, that gives us access to Zora's domain. Or not Zora's domain, sorry. Zora's domain we would have access to, but it gives us access to specifically Jabu Jabu. So that's good. That's actually the earliest I've ever gotten the bottle playing this. Or not the bottle, but the letter. Did I get the cuckoo up here? I forgot. I think I did. Yeah, okay. Oh, right, I have that cuckoo over there I need yet, too. The randomizer has a ton of options. Come on, cuckoo. There we go. kind of covered the basics there, but I don't think of anything else like interesting I have turned on. Oh, Eye of Truth, or not Eye of Truth. Sorry, the statues that require the Mask of Truth for them to speak to you in the game normally. I have those set to speak to you if you have the Stone of Agony. So the Stone of Agony is... I think that was all of them, right? Yes, here we go. Alright, nothing fancy there. Anju's chickens... Okay, so other than Skulltulas, that's everything in Kakariko proper. So those, the Stone of Agony, for anyone that hasn't played Ocarina of Time, or hasn't played it in a long time, or didn't play it on the N64, the Stone of Agony is an item that normally you'd get for, from, I think it was 10 or 20 Skulltulas, I don't remember which. Basically, it would make the Rumble Pack in the N64 rumble when you were near... if you had one. That was an accessory. But it would rumble when you were near... There we go. Perfect. Little trick to get to this guy early. Ooh, heart container. It would rumble when you get near secrets in the game. Secret grottos and things like that. So, I have the Stone of... Since the... That's not really useful, in this mode. And, you know, I have a map that shows me where all the grottos are and stuff like that anyways. The Stone of Agony instead unlocks the ability for the Mask of Truth statues to talk to you. And instead of their normal text, it's actually randomized and they will give out various hints about item locations. So, that's a pretty fun mechanic. We're going to hang out here in the daylight for a bit. Actually, no. I'm going to go to Kakariko, or Kakariko. I'm going to go to Castletown if I can make it there. Hold on. Do some of this here. I want to get there before dark. It's getting late. Come on, get there. Okay. Take care of the daytime stuff in here, and then we'll go back to Kakariko at night. Camera, please. Stop shaking all over the place. Just getting some rupees. I will need them for a few things here. For Skulltula, let's get this guy. Alright, Skulltula marked. And marked. Some fivers up here, too. Should be another fiver right here. Yep, there it is. And is there one more up here? I can't remember. No, okay. Okay. Oh, and I do have the trading sequences turned on, so it's potentially possible to find things like the masks and stuff, and then have to complete the trading sequences to get various items. I'll talk about that if it happens. Alright, for now I'm going to shut up so I can actually get this little mini-game done. There we go. First try. Song of Time. Well, okay. That's pretty early for that. That's nice, though. Alright, we gotta go out back to the castle, talk to Melon. She has an item for us. Oh, okay. Nothing useful there. Alright. Another gold Skulltula. Alright, once it's nighttime, we'll go back in there. Oh, where am I going? I don't have the dog yet. Whoops. Come on, dog. Let's go. Oh, that was pretty useless. Alright, we're gonna save and quit. Oh, I should have gotten bugs at the castle. You should be able to get some in the forest. Just gotta think of where they are. Alright. Couple Skulltulas we can get here, though. Alright, Deku Scrub, got the gift from Surya. Okay, yeah, let's go see if I can find some, I think there's a bug patch, or a bug spawn in the Lost Woods here. I just don't remember where. I'm gonna go look around. Oh, but the Eye of Truth, or Mask of Truth statues I'll talk about are those things right there. Head over here real quick, because I think, like, one of these... Yeah, right there. There's some bugs. Come here. Perfect. Here's where we need the bugs for. Give it a second. Did it not work? Sometimes it doesn't go. I don't know why. There it goes. Perfect. So this scrub is normally one that gives you an upgrade for, I think, Deku Sticks or Deku Nuts? I can't remember which. Anyways, since he normally sells an upgrade, this is going to be randomized. Yeah, it's Deku Sticks. We'll buy that. And we got the hookshot. Interesting. Looks like we'll be going to the adult link fairly early on. Also, I'm going to get Nabi to shut up. Because we got the Song of Time and the hookshot already. So now all we need is an Ocarina to open up a lot of stuff as an adult. Also, I'm going to say Ocarina a lot. That's just the way I pronounced it growing up, and it's a bad habit of mine. I know it's Ocarina. I always say that, so Yeah, I realize it's the incorrect pronunciation. There's one more bug patch we can get in Kokiri's Forest real quick. Oh, weird. The other bug didn't even go into it that time. Alright, that's already 5 Skulltulas. There is one more patch I could have gotten in the Lost Woods, but I'll be heading back that way eventually, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, now... I'd like to go to Kakariko at night, but I don't know if I'll get there before Dompy is done with his tour. We're gonna try. Probably won't. And then Lon Lon Ranch needs to happen at night too. What was that sound? Might have made it here in time. Get out of my way. Stall child? Stall children? That's what they're called. Alright, well, we got Skulltulas to collect first. Oops. Oh, I'm good at this game. Okay, that's 8. Let's get the mouse cursor off of there. And we'll get number 10 in the graveyard. And hopefully Dompy is still there. I don't know for sure. I think we might have gotten here too late for that. But if he is, we can get an item there too. Yeah, it's too late for Dompy. Kind of what I thought. That's alright. First of all, let's grab an item here. So there is an option to shuffle the actual Skulltulas and have them drop random items as well, and shuffle their tokens in. Haven't tried that yet, but that might be fun. There's nothing in there. Ah! Alright, well we can go get our Skulltula item at least. I am going to go ahead and place a bet and say it's going to be the Ocarina. I'm going to say it correctly. Yeah. right now the only thing locking us out of adult timeline is the Ocarina. Let's see. Hoverboards. Interesting. Alright, well let's go up to Lon Lon Ranch. There is an item there and 2 Skulltulas. That's assuming I can get to Lon Lon Ranch before the sun comes up. I don't know if I can. We are going to try, though. It's probably not happening. Nope. Ah. So close. Where the hell's the entrance? Oh, I was so close. Alright. Well, we're gonna hang out here till nighttime. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna hang out. I could go down to Lake Hylia, but I'm just gonna wait. Just listen to the awesome music. Oh, I can talk about this to interrupt the music a little bit. The texture pack does normally change the sky, but it's glitched. For some reason, it was glitching for me. It was adding a bunch of weird lines. So I removed the sky textures from my version of the texture pack. So that's the sky we have to deal with for now. But the rest of it still looks good. Let me take a look at Twitch here, make sure everything's going okay. That actually looks really smooth, really good. Oh, this is not Sea of Thieves. Ha! Whoops! Let me change the game. I'm glad I checked. Update. I'm gonna restart the stream here real quick, just to update that. My apologies.